We head to the ninth inning, 11-5 lead for the Northwest League, and Colton Cross from the Helena Brewers will get the ball on the mound. 0-2 on the year with a 1.80 ERA. He does not have an earned run in 9 of his 10 appearances, and in fact in his 2 losses he hasn't given up an earned run, but still was the losing pitcher of record. He's tied for second in the Pioneer League with 3 saves this season. Again, drafted out of Shorter University. That's a D2 school located in Rome, Georgia. And he will face Javier Hernandez, the catcher who comes on to hit in the 9 spot. 3 catchers for the Northwest League on this roster. And Hernandez is going to go and get a new bat. The 1-0 count. He pulled it foul and could tell right away that he'd broken the bat. Hernandez represents the Vancouver Canadians. He's from Venezuela, signed with the Toronto Blue Jays in 2012. A .220 hitter with a home run and 9 runs batted in. He's absolutely fantastic behind the dish as a catcher. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. This season he leads the Northwest League. He's caught 13 runners stealing. In his career, has thrown out about 41% of the attempted base stealers. 1-2, does he go around? He does not, and it will be an even count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To have that kind of consistency behind the plate, throwing out base runners, is impressive. And Hernandez is a very good defensive catcher. He leads off in the top of the 9th inning with his league leading 11-5. It's a 2-2 count. The pitch is on the way. Ground ball in play over to third. Scoop and throw for the out. Brady Conlon throwing to Ibandel Isabel. 1 down in the top of the 9th inning. So we go back to the top of the order. Ashford Fulmer is going to bat for a 6th time. Some guys have to play in 3 All-Star games before they get 6 at-bats. Ashford's going to get 6. I guess technically it would be 6 plate appearances. This will be his 5th at-bat because he did draw a walk back in the 5th inning. Doubled and scored in the 3rd, singled, stole a base, and scored in the 4th. It's a solid 2-for-4 day for Ashford Fulmer, the center fielder who remains in the game, representing Salem Kaiser very well as the leadoff hitter. And Ashford takes a first pitch for a strike. 4th best batting average in the Northwest League at .325 so far in the 2016 campaign. The 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball, 1-1. 1 out, no one on. This will likely be the last batter that Colton Cross will face. And then we'll see Kenny Oakley. 1-1 pitch, fouled off towards his own on-deck circle.
Don't trust the website.
It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Ashford Fulmer. 11-5 lead for the Northwest League. The 1-2, again fouled off. Fulmer was taken in the 28th round from Houston last year. He's from San Antonio, Texas. One, two again, pokes it foul. It's the leadoff hitter. Just got to put the ball in play at some point, and until then, you keep fouling off pitches and keep the at-bat alive, and exactly what Ashford is doing here. I don't know if it was a strategic place to put him in the leadoff spot in this All-Star game, but it's working out well for them. He did strike out his first time up in the 1st inning and then reach base the next 3 times, and he's fighting, battling this 1-2 count. Checks his swing and takes a ball in the dirt that will even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. That one blown by him for strike 3. Ashford stayed alive as long as he could, and then Colton Cross went with the heat. And Austin Chubb comes out of the dugout, and he will make the pitching change and bring on the final eligible pitcher for the Pioneer League. Kenny Oakley from the Grand Junction Rockies. Will be the final pitcher here for the Pioneer League. Colton Cross gets a round of applause as he exits, retiring the 2 batters that he faced. And now the right-hander from Henderson, Nevada, a 31st round draft pick this year from UNLV, will try to get the final out here in the 9th inning. He's also tied for second in the Pioneer League with 3 saves. It's Colton Cross and Kenny Oakley, each with those 3 saves. 3-1 with a 5.40 ERA. He had a 1.54 ERA until Friday, just a couple of days ago. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 6 earned runs. Kind of a rough outing. 4 walks, 24 strikeouts this season for Oakley in Grand Junction. He was a starting pitcher at UNLV, now is a reliever in Grand Junction, and he's a late inning guy. 9 of his 13 innings pitched this season have come in the 9th inning or even later in extra innings. So he will come on to try and get the final out. Yesterday afternoon, the All-Stars showed up to Lindquist Field, and soon after were on the buses, headed to Snow Basin, and then it was a 12-minute gondola ride to the summit and an All-Star dinner at the Needles Lodge. Plenty of team pictures taken. They were meeting friends and making new friends, and certainly enjoying themselves up at the Needles Lodge ahead of today's All-Star game. Just a couple of hours before game time, the Trio Home Run Derby saw 4 participants from each league facing off. And we needed a 30-second runoff in the first round to find our representative from the Northwest League. It was Gio Brusa and Chris Peters who were both tied after their 3 minutes. And in the end, Gio Brusa faced off against Ebondel Isabel from the Pioneer League, 7 outs apiece. Ebondel had 2. Gio Brusa was sitting on 2 home runs with 6 outs and then hit a walk-off home run to be the champion. First pitch comes home to Chris Baker, and it's a strike. 0-1 the count from Kenny Oakley. Baker is 0 for 2 today, a line out and a fly out in this game. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And the 0-1 pitch misses for a ball, 1-1. Spokane did a fantastic job hosting the inaugural Northwest League Pioneer League All-Star game last year. And it's been another good one here in year 2. Ground ball over to third, scoop and throw. Isabel stays on the bag to make the final out, and Chris Baker will finish his All-Star game 0 for 3, and that brings an end to the top of the 9th inning. We go to the final half inning. The bottom of the 9th, the final frame, barring a 6-run rally from the Pioneer League. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 spots due up when we return to